Demanding answers after a police vehicle on call fatally struck a beloved reverend in Stamford. But first, day 2 of the brutal and dangerous heat in the tri-state area. The real field temperatures over 100 degrees in some areas. And good evening. At 6 o'clock, I'm David Navarro. Bill and Liz are off tonight. And if you've been outside, you know it's just a steamy soup of heat and humidity, all making it feel like it's in the triple digits on this Friday night. A tough day to be working outside in the hot sun in Midtown. Fortunately, the FDNY opening up some sprinklers in some neighborhoods like this one at Gantry State Park and Long Island City, Queens. Another popular way to beat the heat, one of our beaches. Big crowds this afternoon at Coney Island and across the Hudson, many heading to Asbury Park and other locations along the Jersey Shore. This is a live picture of Asbury Park. We have 2 reports. We'll check in with New Jersey reporter Anthony Johnson in Long Branch in a minute, but we begin with Chief Meteorologist Lee Goldberg, who is tracking the temps and when we will see relief, Lee.
Too cool for school there, Anthony Johnson. Yeah, we'll get to him in just a second. But yeah, it's tough. Miss Liberty's been sweating it out. It's been tough if you're not at the beach or you're not going through the mist in the parks and you're working outside. Day 2 of this, always when it's cumulative, it turns a lot tougher. We're at 90 now, feeling like 92. We hit 92 in the park today, feeling like 90. Range from the mid-80s on the East End to mid-90s in parts of Monmouth and Ocean County. It's 90 Poughkeepsie. It's 88 in Sussex right now, and the feel-like readings are all in the 90s. So really broiling out there through the early evening hours. See, it'll feel like 90 first part of the night. I think after midnight we'd actually have a shower roll through New York City or a thunder shower. So it's excessive heat warnings through the early evening hours for much of central and southern New Jersey. The entire area will be under a heat advisory through tomorrow, and then they'll be dropped as the relief comes. Now, the radar on satellite or the radar is quiet right now, but there are some sea breeze boundaries that we have to watch because some storms are coming through southern Pennsylvania. They're pretty strong, and even if they weaken after sunset, if they hit that little convergence along the Jersey Shore, they may flare up a little bit. So keep an eye on the sky here, or just when you're out and about mid and late evening in central and southern New Jersey, you could see a thunder shower, and some of these will survive the trip into the entire tri-state area during the overnight. You can see it. There's one, and that may be a little bit early, but maybe later on this evening, and then some other scattered storms that can still hold together during the overnight, and a few rounds of storms, the strongest of which tomorrow afternoon and evening, and those could get severe with gusty winds, maybe even damaging winds, heavy downpours, frequent lightning. So one more to go. We'll time the severe storms, and we'll also time that relief coming in on Sunday. But back to Long Branch, where it's 94 degrees right now, and it's felt like about 98 or 100 all day long. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Johnson looks like he's doing just fine by that sea breeze. Anthony?
Yeah, the sea breeze, Lee, is the big thing down here. It might be in the mid-90s, but you really don't feel that uncomfortable because there's a constant breeze coming off the sea. A lot of people were out here a little bit earlier today, but sorry about that. Yeah. The crowds are rushing into the water seeking relief from the heat. When it's this hot, it's a beach day, and many are loving it.
I think it is a perfect day to be out on the shore because the ocean will be super fun and super cool, and yeah.
Yes. I love summer. Everything about summer is great.
Fun on the shore is one way to beat the heat. The water temperature is 78 degrees, which is close to maximum for our region. Experts are watching to see if it will climb any higher.
We're at the climatologic max for summer temperatures for the air. The sea tends to follow a little bit behind, so there's a chance we may see it creep up a little bit more.
Those water temperatures are being studied by marine biologists. They're concerned because warmer water depletes oxygen and marine animals suffer.
One of the things that we are always most concerned is this is when we start to see things like fish kills.
Meanwhile, humans are getting relief from the heat while riding the waves. That means someone has to sell beach passes on this hot day. That's an uncomfortable task.
It can get pretty bad. It can get pretty bad, but you can bring fans and stuff. I just never do.
Otherwise, this is a perfect beach day. Hot sun in the summer with refreshing water just ahead.
We went in the water. It's actually really nice, really warm. The UV's 8, so I'm really enjoying that as well.
Growing up in Monmouth County, this was always the place to be. Still is the place to be, especially on a hot day. Doesn't get better than this.
What better weather to get than be near the shore, have all the restaurants, the shopping, great friends. We got a parking spot, which was great.
Yeah, not a lot of people on the beach this afternoon. Of course, the lifeguards usually leave the beaches around 5 o'clock, so we're warning people once again, don't go in the water when you don't see any lifeguards, and of course, make sure you are paying attention to the rip currents. That is the latest live from Long Branch, New Jersey. Anthony Johnson, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Anthony, and that is such good advice, because despite a lifeguard shortage in the city, there are new calls tonight for more lifeguards at beaches across New York City, and it comes as rescue workers continue to search for a missing swimmer in the waters off of Coney Island. Divers still looking for the 15-year-old, but after all these hours, they fear the worst. Authorities say yesterday he was playing with his 14-year-old brother in an area with no lifeguards. Red flags were posted at the time, indicating strong rip currents. Both brothers found themselves struggling in those waters. Rescuers did save the 14-year-old.
This is such a sad day for New York, and I think all New Yorkers feel this loss. Even if the water doesn't look like, it looks like it's safe to swim, looks like you can handle it, we really want to emphasize we want people to only go in the water and only swim where there are lifeguards present. If you see the red flags, don't be swimming there.
Yeah, and it's not just people, but the city wants lifeguards. The New York City Parks Commissioner says the city has right now 800 lifeguards, but they say they need up to 1,400 to stagger shifts and open lifeguard stands. Utility crews are fanned out throughout the city, ensuring New York's power grid can withstand the heat emergency we're in. Con Edison teams facing a double threat, soaring customer use, much of that on ACs, and threats of strong storms that could knock out power. Utility workers are already on the job in the blistering heat, fixing outages and maintaining power lines.
They're working in the heat. We got to make sure that they stay focused. We want no injuries. We want people to stay hydrated and get home safe to their families.
Turn your thermostat to 78 degrees, so cool enough to keep you cool, but not so cool that you're placing an undue burden on the electrical grid.
And of course, Con Ed urging customers to cut back on their energy use during peak hours. And you can track the dangerous heat and also the expected storms tomorrow on ABC 7 NY. Lee will have an update in just a few minutes. Turning now to Connecticut, where family and community leaders are demanding answers after a police vehicle fatally struck a beloved pastor. Reverend Tommy Jackson was run down as he stood outside his Stamford home getting mail. While police say the rookie officer behind the wheel was responding to a call, they revealed few other details. Jackson's wife is a member of a police board of commissioners, and now the family's lawyer is conducting its own investigation as the state police also investigate. Eyewitness News reporter Marcus Solis with more from Stamford.
Justice, in my opinion, is find out what the truth is and what really happened.
Which is why they packed Stamford Police Headquarters. Community and faith leaders looking for answers after 69-year-old Tommy Jackson was hit and killed by a Stamford police car Monday afternoon.
I know they said he had a call, but why you speed on Wye Mill Road like that?
Jackson was coming back from his mailbox, which is across the street from his house on Wye Mill Road. Rookie officer Zachary Lockwood was traveling eastbound, responding to an unrelated car accident when he became involved in a fatal one. Jackson's wife telling Eyewitness News exclusively she ran outside after hearing a thud.
I saw a police car and I said, go, somebody hit him. Please, go find the person that hit him. And the police officer said it was me.
Dory Jackson, who sits on the Stamford Police Commission, says she didn't hear sirens, and today investigators would only confirm Lockwood had turned on his flashing lights.
Preliminary reports indicate that the emergency lights were activated at that time in the police cruiser.
Investigators declined to answer questions. The family's lawyer wants cell phone data reviewed to see if the officer was on his phone at the time.
What my investigation is telling me is that he possibly was distracted at the time of the accident, and so we're waiting for more information to confirm that.
Meantime, Jackson is being remembered not only as the pastor at Rehoboth Fellowship, but also for his role as assistant director of the Urban Renewal Commission. He was also active in local politics.
We're just trying to process what that means, and I can't imagine for his family, whom I've had the privilege of being in relationship with them for now 27 years, and so we're deeply sad.
The Connecticut State Police is in charge of the investigation. Officer Lockwood is on administrative leave while it plays out. In Stamford, Marcus Solis, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
A brutal attack on a taxi driver in Midtown caught on camera. Investigators say the 60-year-old driver was kicked and punched on a busy stretch of 34th Street and 6th Avenue. It happened last week. Police say the driver and the attacker got into a dispute before it turned violent. The driver rushed to the hospital in stable condition. 35-year-old Howard Coley and 51-year-old Natalie Morgan were arrested at the scene, and police are searching for more suspects. Well, traffic is flowing again tonight on 10th Avenue in Midtown, days after a crane caught fire and fell 45 stories to the street below. The workers spent the day cleaning up debris and hauling away a part of that crane. The apartment building that was hit by the crane's arm has now been deemed safe, but the retail spaces on the lower floor are still wrapped in crime scene tape. New York City officials say a big crane will be brought in to remove the fire-damaged one and tower, and they say they're planning a thorough investigation to prevent a collapse like this from ever happening again. Well, Donald Trump faces new charges in his Mar-a-Lago classified documents case. In addition to the initial 37 charges, the special counsel now accusing Trump of actively working to obstruct the investigation. Federal prosecutors are accusing Trump of asking his staff to delete security camera video requested by the FBI during its investigation. The new charges include 2 new counts of obstruction of justice and a new count of willful retention of a top-secret paper. Meanwhile, Trump blasting the new charges, calling them harassment and election interference. Let's take a quick look at Wall Street right now. Stocks ended the week with a rally. The Dow gaining 176 points today after some data suggests inflation is weakening its grip on the economy. The Nasdaq finished up 266, and the S&P 500 picked up 44 points. As we continue with Eyewitness News at 6 on this Friday night, an amazing story of high-tech medicine. A Long Island man paralyzed in a diving accident regains movement and feeling in his arm and hand. The recovery, all due to artificial intelligence and an amazing medical team. And the news Yankee fans have been waiting to hear, Aaron Judge is back after being sidelined by an injury for almost 2 months. Sam Ryan, more of that in sports.
AccuWeather alert. Extreme heat means danger.
Hottest stretch of the summer.
The AccuWeather team keeps you updated.
Hot, dry, humid.
And Eyewitness News keeps you safe.
Relief by Sunday.
Stay cool when you stay with the AccuWeather team on Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Addressing coastal erosion in Puerto Rico, Tiempo, Sunday morning at 11:30.
Tonight, a medical breakthrough to tell you about the first-of-its-kind procedure in New York. A man from Long Island was paralyzed from the chest down after a diving accident 3 years ago. But now, after the use of microchip implants and the use of artificial intelligence, doctors say once again has feeling in his arms and hands. Just amazing. Long Island reporter Shantae Lance with more.
Before I was like that. Now I'm like this.
Keith Thomas, a former Manhattan wealth manager, and his sister, Michelle Bennett, who's now his caregiver, have watched their lives quickly change. At 41 years old, Keith accidentally dove into a shallow pool in Montauk.
Hit my head at the bottom of the pool, broke my neck.
Becoming paralyzed from the chest down. The accident happened in July of 2020. Keith says he stopped talking to his friends for a year and a half.
I was just embarrassed that this happened to me.
But he pushed through, joining a study using artificial intelligence to restore physical movement and touch through Northwell Health's Feinstein Institute for Medical Research.
The challenge was to get these tiny, tiny little fragile electrodes, hundreds of them, that are mounted on these 5 chips, precisely targeted to the areas of the brain that are responsible for feeling his fingertips and moving his hand.
Doctors created a 3D model of Keith's brain to practice on. It worked. The 15-hour double neural bypass surgery in March was a success.
Opening and closing his hand is what he was able to do.
What was that like the first time you did that?
It was awesome.
Doctors recorded that surgery.
This is the first case of this kind in the world.
Keith can now raise his hand higher.
Just really, really simple things that normal people take for granted.
Like wiping his own tears.
But I'm in such a better place now as I was when I first started this study.
Keith is looking forward to making more progress. As far as the medical team, they want to keep going, hoping to give people the opportunity to walk again. In Manhasset, Shantae Lance, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Keith's joy just makes us all filled with happiness. Just ahead, Lee says there's one more day of this brutal heat, followed by storms and then some pretty good weather. He's next with the all-important weekend forecast. You know, in the winter, Lee's got a coat with a little heater inside it. What do you do for the summer?
I don't go outside at all.
I thought you have an air conditioning on your neck or something.
You know, it gets like this a few times a year around here. Yes, it's dangerous for folks who are working outside. Something to be said for a little heat, pumping up a little bit. We don't want it extreme, obviously, for too long, but we had it, obviously, today. We got one more day of it. It must be a little bit uncomfortable for folks prepping for the Beyonce concert. They're preparing the set right now for the thousands that will go out. I looked up Section 1, Row 1, going for $10,800 a ticket right now.
What?
All right, so you want to go?
If you're buying.
But that's why they have the fans.
Yeah, that's exactly right. All right, so how about the weather? I'm a little concerned about tomorrow evening because we have some strong to severe storms, and that would be right around heading to the concert, the beginning of the concert. So keep an eye on your radar. Have your AccuWeather app there handy. Know if you have a plan if you're going out to the show to be able to seek shelter in something like this, because it could turn out to be a dangerous situation with a huge crowd like that and storms coming in. Later on in the evening, it quiets down, so we'll see what happens with that. Sunday, you're all good. Starting in the low 80s, clear to partly cloudy, comfortable low humidity. I mean, by late in the concert, you might even feel a little cool breeze. You might need a light jacket, but that's not needed now, obviously. No jacket required. It is tough. You walk a block or two, you start breaking a sweat here. The streets of New York City. It is 90 degrees, south wind at about 10. Air quality is at 112 right now in the unhealthy levels. It'll be moderate to unhealthy during the day tomorrow. May not have an air quality alert across the entire area. So a heat wave will become official tomorrow in New York City if we hit 90. And I think we're going to be anywhere from 89 to 92 tomorrow. If a thunder shower were to come in the middle of the day, it could keep us just short. But right now we're forecasting an official heat wave. Already have one across parts of New Jersey. And regardless of that temperature, whether it reaches 90 or not, it's going to feel like 95 to 100 during the day. Storms. There'll be a few rounds of them, not just in the classic afternoon and evening. That'll be the strongest, though. Late day in the evening hours, they could go severe. Relief arrives Sunday, and it's comfy to start the month of August. Looks absolutely beautiful. No dog days, at least initially. We're still at 90 in the park, mid-90s at Newark and Belmar, 80s Islip out to Montauk, 90 Poughkeepsie, Bridgeport. It is 88 in Sussex right now, and once again, triple-digit heat indices in Belmar. 98 Newark, feels like 99 in Lakehurst. So it's still piping hot out there as we go into the early evening hours, only dropping through the 80s and basically feeling like 90 throughout the first part of the night in New York City. We barely drop below 80 all night long. There can be a couple of thunder showers during the overnight. That could drop us below 80. See, there is a front over the area right now, and there's a little sea breeze boundary, and then there are storms coming out of southeastern Pennsylvania. They're severe over D.C., and a lot of these are headed to our south, but this little cluster here, headed toward Philly, if it gets here late evening, meets up with that boundary, all of a sudden it flares up over parts of central and southern New Jersey. The rest of this, scattered, would arrive here during the overnight in the tri-state. That's why I say there's more than one round tomorrow. Our high-res futurecast suggests I'll be covering that at 11 o'clock tonight, and then there are scattered storms after that. I'll show you one of the futurecasts in a moment. Meanwhile, you get rid of that front, and we invite this front in. That's the one that could bring severe weather tomorrow afternoon, and look at the delightful air over central Canada. Refreshing. A slight risk of severe storms tomorrow. The flood risk is there, especially to the north, and even the threat of an isolated tornado not out of the question at the very least. Damaging winds a possibility across the area. This futurecast now, oh, look at that. It backed off on those showers coming through during the early evening hours. Not surprised to see that, but maybe late evening we might see a couple. Could be a shower tomorrow morning. We break the clouds up a little bit, and then by lunchtime, the radar is bubbling up again, and the strongest to severe storms would be late day into the early evening hours, and then beginning to push offshore and turning beautiful on Sunday. Partly cloudy tonight, warm and sultry. Might be a thunder shower around, especially late. We'll watch out late evening on the Jersey Shore. For tomorrow, it's 92. Still hot and humid. Clouds and sunshine, gusty thunderstorms afternoon and evening. After that heavy thunderstorm, we'll see partial clearing, maybe a hint of humidity on Sunday morning, but then lowering humidity, nice comfortable temperatures, increasing sunshine, and that's the story Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. Can't wait for that.
Oh, you finished strong. That's excellent.
I appreciate it. That's what we try to do.
That's right. Sam Ryan, next with sports. Sam.
We have 99 in the 90s. More on that in a bit. We are days away from the trade deadline in the majors, and the Mets with a major shakeup. We're going to tell you who's on the move coming up. And speaking of on the move, yep, there he is. He's back with the Yankees for the first time in almost 2 months. Aaron Judge returning to the lineup. No one happier than David right here. More on the Captain Comeback. That's up next at Sports.
Okay, full disclosure, and this is a surprise to you. I'm a Yankee fan. This is true. And
no cheering in the press box. That's why he's not allowed.
That's right. I'm just telling you, this has been such a disappointing season. We need something good to happen.
He's back. Yeah. It's here. Court is back in session. It has been less than 2 months, but it's felt like an eternity for the Yankees without Aaron Judge. And David just told you about it. Now the captain is set to make his return to the lineup tonight in Baltimore. Oh, in just a few minutes, right? Judge hasn't played since the first weekend in June after crashing right there into the wall at Dodger Stadium and tearing a ligament in his big toe. He played a couple of simulated games this past week in Tampa. The Yankees have gone, yes, 19 and 23 without him in the lineup, but they're still in the wild card race. He's batting second and the DH in tonight's game in Baltimore. So what Judge's return means for the Yankees at the trade deadline, we shall see. The Mets, though, they basically conceded the season late last night when they traded David Robertson to the Marlins. Like, after the team lost closer Edwin Diaz before the season even started, Robertson has been the best reliever out of the Mets bullpen this year. A 2.05 ERA over 44 innings, 14 saves. So any excitement and optimism from last night's win over the Nationals, that was quickly deflated with the Mets 7 games back in the wild card hunt. They trade Robertson for a pair of teenage prospects, and now any number of players could be next.
It doesn't help us that the trade deadline is now instead of in 2 weeks, but we don't get, we probably should have played better earlier if we wanted to be buyers instead of sellers.
So the Mets host the Nationals tonight in Queens. On to football. The Jets are preparing for a big meeting this weekend with free agent running back Dalvin Cook. The former Minnesota Viking was cut last month right after his 4th straight All-Pro selection. He's reportedly spending the weekend on Long Island before meeting with Jets brass on Sunday morning. Cook may have already shown his hand. He said today on Good Morning Football that he would love to play with Aaron Rodgers. Then he was asked what the odds were of him signing with Gang Green, and he didn't mince words.
I think they're pretty high, man. I think we're in a position of a team that's building something special, and I want to be a part of something special, as a player, and I want to add to just whatever they got going on. So I think the possibility is high right now.
Patriot fans are saying, oh man, one in particular. Giants' marquee offseason acquisition was Darren Waller. The big Pro Bowl tight end has been making a huge first impression at training camp, and he figures to be a major part of Big Blue's offense this year. As for Waller himself, he says he's been highly impressed with his new quarterback, Daniel Jones.
I just like his even-keeled nature, first and foremost. He just has like a calm spirit about him. It's not too high or too low. It's staying in the middle, and you can tell by the way that he's navigated some of the adversity and the noise of his career that's something that he's focused on and is paying dividends for him now.
And finally, a young baseball player from our area continues to make history. This is 19-year-old Olivia Pichardo from Queens while playing in the Hamptons Collegiate Baseball League this week. Yeah, she crushed it. Became the first female player to hit a home run in league history, doing so for the Sag Harbor Whalers. Olivia just completed her freshman year at Brown, where she became the first woman to play for a Division I baseball team. Just another milestone, more history, and in this press box right here, we can cheer.
Yeah.
Because she is fantastic.
No.
Quick
Congrats to her.
Right. I know 2 teams that could use her right now.
Yeah.
2 local teams.
And she used to intern for the Mets, by the way.
Did she really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that part of the story. Thank you so much. Well, that's it for now. I'm David Navarro. World News Tonight with David Muro is next. Eyewitness News returns at 11 right after tonight's live $940 million Mega Millions drawing. See you then.
Tonight, new reporting, the new charges against Donald Trump, what allegedly played out inside a tunnel at Mar-a-Lago. The flashlight, the search, and then those alleged words, the boss wants the server deleted. Also, just as we start the weekend, the alerts tonight for severe storms, the potential for damaging winds, possible tornadoes from Chicago, the Midwest, then right into the Northeast. Rob is standing by.